Hey guys, it's Card Fighter Hunter with another deck for sale video. This time it is Megacolony Giraffa. This deck is complete and it's very good, and I'm trying to get rid of it now while the Megacolony hype is just starting, because set 15 is coming out within the next few months, and Megacolony Perfect Guards are already starting to go up. They're like 10 right now a piece, which is kind of ridiculous that they like doubled. Anyway, starting with the deck, I'm running 3 Evil Armor General Giraffa. One of them is SP. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it is SP. Let's see. You can't really see it too well, but this one's SP. So yeah, 3 of them. They're pretty not good, but they're, I don't know. They're pretty. It depends on the lineup. It depends on the matchup. I mean. Counterblast 2, choose 2 of your Megacolony rearguards and retire them. When its attack hits a Vanguard, choose 2 of your opponent's grade 1 or less rearguards and retire them. So, I mean, it's a break-even for Counterblast 2, basically, but it really depends on the matchup, because there's some matchups that rely really heavily on their grade 1s. Like, for example, if you use this against Revengers, it's not going to be too good for them, because it's like, kill your Dorrance! Anyway, so yeah, this card is very good against Revengers, because it's like, I'm gonna screw your autopilot move, like, your deck is not so autopilot anymore. Counterblast 2 to kill a front row, okay. Anyway, so that's that. And then 3, Master Beetle. Counterblast, it's a limit break. Counterblast 3, when it attacks the Vanguard, choose 2 of your opponent's rearguards, and they cannot stand during the attack or during the stand phase. So it's kind of not that good because it's Counterblast 3, but it is actually, it's fairly decent, because if you like kill their back row and then they don't replace it, and then you can use this and be like, ha ha ha, Counterblast 3, you know, get rid of their front rows or something. But you have to be really careful with this, because this skill is Counterblast 3 when it attacks a Vanguard, and then you paralyze them, like at the beginning of the battle. So it's like you can paralyze a grade 2 and then they'll intercept it, and it'll be like, oh, well, that was worthless. Like, it would be a lot better if it was at the end of a battle, but I don't know. They decide that Megacolony is not going to be very good until set 15, because I don't know. Apparently they don't like Megacolony. Anyway, it's sort of a staple in Megacolony, which is sort of sad, but it's a pretty fun card, and your opponent will generally have a good time if they go against this deck, because it's not seen very often. It's sort of an underdog deck. Anyway, lastly, 1 Violent Vesper. This is kind of random, and a lot of you may be wondering why the hell I'm running this. And this is actually a really good card in this deck specifically, because it gives you fodder for killing with Giraffa. Because it's like, I'll call Violent Vesper. Oh, Stealth Millipede? Okay, that's fine. This is a really shitty column, but I'll attack your rearguard, and then I'll attack your Vanguard, and then I'll sack these anyway. So it's really good for providing advantage, which is why I personally really like this card. I've considered bumping it up and taking out some Master Beetles, because it's actually a really good card. It saves you a lot of hand advantage, which is another thing that Megacolony is not very good with. And I've actually, believe it or not, beaten the Dark Irregulars Legion deck with this deck. And nothing happened to him or anything that, would, like automatically determine the result of a game, like him getting grade stuck or anything, or missing his break ride. He pretty much had a perfect hand. It's just this deck really screwed him over, because I killed his Dorines, and then I played this, and a superior called like a draw trigger or something, and I killed his Dorines, and he wasn't too happy about that. So, yeah, Violent Vesper is pretty good. Anyway, that is the grade 3 lineup. Grade 2s, 3 of the Elite Mutant Giraffa. His effect is on Vanguard when he gains 1,000 if you have the grade 1 Giraffa, firstly, and then also when his attack hits a Vanguard, you can paralyze one of your opponent's units, so that it cannot stand during the stand phase, which is pretty good early game. It's sort of almost like Mobius Breath, because it's like, it's sort of like locking, but they can replace it, and if they replace it, it's actually going to be a minus for them. So in a weird way, it's almost better than locking. It's less defensive for you, but also less defensive for them, because they can sort of, do stuff with They can do stuff with their paralyzed stuff, but at their own cost. So anyway, it's a pretty good card. It makes your opponent's Vanguard usually a 10 for no pass if they play if you stun their back row Vanguard booster. Anyway, when this unit attacks, all of your opponent's units with intercept may not intercept until at the end of that battle. So this is pretty good. It combos with Master Beetle, kind of. So it's like attack, no intercepts. I'll attack with this, no intercepts. Sometimes they may just perfect guard this. Like if you have a stealth millipede behind it, it will be swinging for 21, and they don't want to have to bother guarding like 20k for 2 to pass or whatever. So they'll just perfect guard it anyway without having to intercept. In which case, you can play this down, and then this will swing and they cannot intercept. So it ensures that their grade 2s that you paralyze will stay paralyzed and not intercept. 2 Water Gang. Just the counterblast 2 draw card on hit. It's not that great, but it does provide a lot of advantage for Giraffa and stuff, so you know that's good. I try to maximize on defensive capabilities for Megacolony, even though there aren't too many to be had with this clan. So it's pretty much a good balance of aggro and defensive for this deck. 3 Bloody Hercules. This is one of those aggro things that I was or one of those defensive things that I was talking about. If you ride it, it's 10k. If you go first, then you can most likely drop 10 for no pass, unless they ride a 10k vanilla as well, which aren't very prevalent these days. So it's another good defensive card. One Tail Joe, just because I needed the last space. It's actually not that bad of a card. I've considered taking out the Bloody Hercules for them. Its effect is during your turn, if your opponent's if your opponent's units are all rested, he becomes an 11k attacker. So that's good against 11ks. It can swing by itself against an 11k, or it can just be good and hit cross rides. 4 perfect guards. Like I said, these went up to like 10 apiece, surprisingly. So that's why I'm pricing the deck the way I am, which I will let you know about that momentarily. So yeah, 4 perfect guards, pretty standard. Gotta run 4 perfect guards. 4 Pupa Mutant Giraffa of the grade 1. It's a grade 1 of the right chain. Its effect is when you place it on rear guard, you can discard a grade 3 Megacolony and search your deck for the grade 3 Giraffa and add it to your hand. It is from set 4, that's why it has that ability. And it also gets 1k if you have the grade 0 starting Vanguard in your soul. 4 Phantom Black, again, defensive capabilities. If you go first, they're most likely going to ride a 7k. With a 5k boost, you can drop 10 for no pass. And it's also a really good booster because this deck, in case you haven't noticed, all of their other boosters are 6k. So, kind of need maximum boosting capabilities as well. So it's offensive and defensive. 3 Stealth Millipede. It is the 10k booster when this unit boosts your Vanguard. If all of your units rear guards and Vanguards are rested, then plus 4k. So it makes really good numbers. It's like 21 with either Master Beetle or Giraffa. And that makes it more likely for them to take that, and in which case you can use Giraffa and kill their field. So yeah, Dark Irregulars and Revengers cry against this deck. 4 Shelter Beetle, 4 Scorpio, 4 Draw, 4 Heal, pretty self-explanatory. That's like the only feasible trigger lineup unless you want to run stands, and stands are not good in most decks. And then lastly we have Larva Mutant Giraffa. When you ride the grade 1, on top of it you can search your deck for the grade 2 and add it to your hand. So it's a guaranteed +1, not like the new ride chains where it's, you can look at the top 7 for the grade 2 or 3. This is a guaranteed +1, so that's why I like it. Anyway, that's the deck. I'm selling it for $45 without shipping. With shipping it'll be $51 USD for domestic, because shipping will be $6 for priority mail 2 days, so you can have it in your hand in 2 days, and that includes the tracking. So if you're international, I will sell to international too, but you have to have PayPal, and just drop a comment about how much shipping will be, and I will go price it out for you It probably won't be more expensive than 55 USD total, including shipping. But I'm not entirely sure. It depends on where you are. So anyway, that is the deck. So thanks for watching, and I hope that someone buys the deck because I'm trying to get rid of all of my decks for cheap. So I'm pretty happy about that. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.